Alright guys, the playoffs are set. I am playing the London Aces in the first round of the playoffs. I finished in second place, behind first place by only a +3 differential, I believe. I don't really want to double check that, but it was close. So, the London Aces team consists of Hatterene G-Max, Ndidi Female. We've already played a team with Hatterene Normal and Ndidi Male. I think this combo is definitely better. Gigalith, Stoutland, Boltund, Wartortle, Doublade, Gorgeist, Halucha, Liepard, and Mawile. Those are my Liepard and Mawile, so this is a pretty fun matchup. Just the fact that they get to have their revenge on me, potentially. He can just show me what's up by bringing both of them. That would be fun. So I think he definitely brings those two. Definitely brings Gigalith and Halucha. Halucha would probably have a Psychic Seed to activate Unburden. I don't think he has anything with Ice Shard. He doesn't. So he can't activate a weakness policy on this Halucha very easily. Am I recording? Yep. Gigalith probably has a weakness policy if he's bringing it. I think he definitely brings one of Stoutland or Mawile just for the Intimidate on my Cinderace or Dhelmise. And then Gorgeist to either set Trick Room or stop me from setting Trick Room. Actually, I'm pretty sure he would bring Gorgeist. He could also just run a Taunt. Right, he could just bring Liepard with Taunt and Fake Out to stop me from setting Trick Room. So yeah, Boltund I think would be coming maybe as a counter to Mantine, or alternatively to run Eerie Impulse for my special attackers, of which there aren't many. He could sked out for like a special Cinderace or something, because his team is actually very specially defensive weak, not physically defensive weak. The only two that are physically defensive weak are these two. So yeah, those four, plus either one of Stoutland or Mawile, maybe both, plus a Gorgeist or Liepard is what I'm thinking. I don't see a world in which he ever brings Wartortle, but we'll see. So, let's get into my team. Alright, for the first round of the playoffs, I'm bringing Dhelmise, Magnezone, Cinderace, Grimmsnarl, Porygon 2, and Quagsire. And actually, I want to move these around just to keep some consistency in the way I've been doing things. Porygon 2 goes here. I've never actually brought Dhelmise and Magnezone at the same time, so I forget which tier they are. Grimmsnarl is also tier 1, actually. And I think Magnezone's above Dhelmise. Maybe. So we'll start with our Cinderace G-Max. Run and Focus Sash this week with Libero, Zen Headbutt, Protect, Pyro Ball, and Sucker Punch. Max HP, max attack with a Jolly Nature. So this might seem weird, but when we look at his speed tiers, Boltund's already faster than Cinderace, so there's no point. In order to outspeed Halucha, I need to be at max speed. However, he's probably running it unburdened with a Psychic Seed, so there's no point in even trying to outspeed Halucha, because it's going to go faster than me. Liepard is probably just going to have Prankster stuff plus a Fake Out, so I don't really care if I outspeed that. So the only thing left I want to outspeed is the Ndidi, which is at 150 speed. With a Jolly Nature with no investment, I'm at 152. So that lets me also outspeed the Stoutland. So I'm faster than Stoutland, I'm faster than Ndidi. Max attack for Pyro Ball lets me do a ton of damage to his Psychic types if he leads with that. Zen Headbutt is there to kill the Halucha, and also could let me resist some of his Psychic moves, like Expanding Forces and stuff, if I just want to be very defensive with him. Other than the speed, I don't think there's anything too special to mention here. This thing's obviously going to struggle against his Gigalith, if Gigalith comes out, or any of the Intimidators. I'm not going to lie, I don't actually intend on bringing Cinderace here. This is just misdirection. Next, we got our Grim Snarl with Light Clay and Prankster. I was originally trying out Lagging Tail, but I didn't think that was actually going to work out too well. Reflect, Light Screen, Fake Tears, and Dazzling Gleam. Not running physical attacking moves this time, because as I said before, he's very specially defensive weak, not physically defensive weak. So, Dazzling Gleam hits both opponents, and super effective on his Halucha. So I am missing out on the super effective damage I could get on the psychic types with Dark Pulse, but I get to hit both. Higher special defense here because I want to live through some Dazzling Gleams. And I don't think he has a great way of breaking screens. Maybe a Double Aid or a Halucha could have Brick Break. Lipard, maybe. Not sure. I feel like Mawile also has Brick Break. But I think screens are a good option here. Porygon 2. Originally I was going to bring Mr. Rhyme, just in case he sets up his own screens, but people haven't been running screens against me, and I feel like it's because if I do have a Mr. Rhyme, they're just wasting their time. So I got Eviolite, obviously. Download, I was thinking about Trace. Trace could be useful if I get Intimidate. There's a bunch of Intimidate Pokemon on his side. However, if I don't get Intimidate, like some of these other things just suck. Magic Bounce would also be good. But if I get Strong Jaw, or Torrent, or Unburden, like Unburden's definitely really bad. Psychic Surge would be bad. Sand Force would do absolutely nothing for me. So I'm just going to go with Download, hopefully get a special attack boost, running Min Speed to work in Trick Room, and I've got Trick Room, Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, and Recover. I was considering either Tri-Attack or Ice Beam, and I decided to go with Ice Beam so I could hit the Halucha super effectively. With Ice Beam and Shadow Ball, I hit everybody on his team for at least neutral damage, and super effective damage on 1, 2, 3, 4 Pokemon. So that's nice. And we get Magnezone. So I think Magnezone's going to be the star of this match. Max HP, max special attack, minimum speed with an Iron Ball, which means that I outspeed... I'm slower than the Hatterene. Unfortunately, it does. I'm not slower than Gigalith if he goes min speed, which I don't know why he wouldn't. But I will just have to deal with that. Hopefully, by the time Gigalith comes out, I've gotten enough defense boosts that a Max Quake doesn't kill me. I'll have to do some calcs on that. But, yeah. Flash Cannon, Thunderbolt, Body Press, and Protect. So with those moves, I'm super effective against the Hatterene, the Gigalith, the Stoutland, Wartortle, not the Double Aid, that's neutral damage. Neutral damage against the Gourgeist, super effective against the Halucha, and neutral damage against the Lipard. Nope, Body Press super effective against Lipard, neutral damage against Mawile. So, cover a lot of stuff here, and again, especially defensive weak. Magnezone is very specially a huge special attacker, and he's got a good defense stat. So, unless he does get a weakness policy boost off onto the Gigalith, Magnezone's going to put in a ton of work. Get to the Delmise again with Room Service. Max HP, max attack, 0 speed. This guy will be slower than Gigalith if Trick Room goes up because of Room Service. Steel Roller, if he has Indeedee out, I can just Steel Roller, get rid of the Psychic Terrain, don't have to worry about expanding forces. Poltergeist, best Ghost move, Power Whip, best Grass move, and Ally Switch. Ally Switch, I believe, will come in clutch here, because the fighting type moves or the ground type moves that would be going into Magnezone are either not effective or not very effective against Delmise. And the only thing that hits both for super effective damage is fire. So unless he has Mystical Fire on both of his Psychic types, I'm probably fine with that. I don't think anything else on his team learns a fire move. Maybe there's like a Fire Punch or something on Hawlucha, but I don't know. And then we got Special Quagsire. You'll remember from my move video that I haven't run any of these moves on Quagsire yet, except for Recover. So Life Orb, Unaware, Blizzard, Hydro Pump, Earth Power, and Recover. This is my second max threat. 0 speed here, unfortunately, means I am faster in Trick Room than both the Hatterene and the Gigalith, but if Trick Room's not up, that means I'm faster. So Blizzard is there for the Grass type Gourgeist and the Flying type Hawlucha, and then Hydro Pump and Earth Power combine to hit everything for neutral damage, or super effective damage. Super effective against the Steel types, super effective against Gigalith, super effective against Boltund, and I think his only Grass move is on the Gourgeist, so Quagsire could put in some work. We will see. However, my main plan is Magnezone Dhelmise. His two leads that I'm worried about are Hatterene Indeedee or Hawlucha Indeedee. So if it's Hatterene Indeedee, I just Steel Roller into the Hatterene and max Steel Spike into probably just the Hatterene as well. I expect him to follow me. And I might even want Trick Room to get up, so either way, Steel Roller to get rid of the terrain into somebody, and max Steel Spike into somebody else. I want to boost up the defense so that when Gigalith comes in, I'm able to live a max Quake. And I have Ally Switch that I won't show if the lead is Hatterene Indeedee. If the lead is Indeedee Hawlucha, I Ally Switch turn 1, Max Lightning the Hawlucha. He doesn't have a ground type, so he has nothing that resists electric moves except for the Gourgeist. And honestly, I could even just max Steel Spike the Hawlucha. What's his special defense? 63. I feel like a max Steel Spike into a Dynamax Hawlucha would probably take him out. I would have to do that calc. Because if I can just do that, that would be great. But you would probably just use a Fighting a type attack into Magnezone. If he doesn't know Ally Switch is there, I just Ally Switch. If he uses a Flying type attack into the Dhelmise instead, that hits the Magnezone, that does no damage. Right? So, any other lead that he would have? I don't know. Fake Out doesn't do anything to Dhelmise, so I can still just max the Magnezone if he brings Liepard. Thunder Wave I'm not terribly concerned about. That wouldn't work on the Magnezone. Eerie Impulse from Boltund, maybe then I would just body press the Boltund. Another thing I noticed looking at his games is that he very much uses Yawn a lot. So the Max Lightning from Magnezone is there so that I don't fall asleep, ever. I would have to keep Max Lightning ing, just in case he switches in like an Indeedee, just so that just to guarantee that I don't fall asleep. And then in the back, I would probably have Grimmsnarl and Porygon 2. Porygon 2 in case, well, hopefully the Dhelmise goes down. But I need something to be able to set my own Trick Room. And Grimmsnarl would be there to set screens. I think with screens up and his big threats taken out, Porygon 2 might just be able to win the game. But I really think this is just going to be the Dhelmise Magnezone show. And hopefully that works out. First round of playoffs. Good luck to the London Aces, and let's have some fun. Thanks for watching. Peace.